Almost 90% of Excel users don't know about Office scripts. So let me show you what it is and how you can use it to get the most out of it. Depending on your Excel version, you'll notice you have this Automate tab with a new ribbon, and inside of it in the center we have these Office scripts. These are basically a set of pre-recorded steps of common Excel tasks. If we go to all of the scripts, see them a bit better. Over here under Samples, you'll see there's a ton of things that we typically might use in Excel, removing the rows between tables, highlighting blank cells, or removing duplicates. We can run all of these instead of manually having to make these changes. Supposing this table here that we want to highlight all of the cells that are empty, like this one here for Portugal. So we can head to Automate under All Scripts here. We're going to look at Script, which is going to be to highlight any blank cells, this one right here. So let's select the whole table with Control there and then highlight blank cells. We'll just run that. And as soon as we do, you'll notice we get all of these empty ones highlighted in yellow. If in the future I were to add the number inside, you'll notice that yellow highlight gets deactivated and it gets active again if I delete the cell value. Now that's obviously a very simple example, so let's go over a slightly higher one in this sheet over here. And we want to find out the sum of sales by country. So what's the total sales for Spain, for France, etc.? To do that, we'll press Ctrl A again to select a whole area and go to create a new pivot table. We're going to run that, and you'll notice here this isn't your average pivot table. We now have the sum of sales already populated with a visual on the bottom, as well as a slicer for each of the countries. We can deactivate that by pressing the X. A third and potentially even cooler example is creating a drop-down list. So let's suppose we want a drop-down list for all of these countries here. We can select them with Ctrl plus Shift plus down, and then we scroll down to the sample script where it says to make a drop-down. We can run that again, and you'll see it creates a new sheet, and within it we have a drop-down of all of the countries. Within the samples, if there's one you don't quite understand, you can always click inside of it for a description. Let's suppose we want to see what this text number means. We can click on these three dots and go to Edit Code. Within it in green, you'll actually find a description of what this does. And then if you scroll lower down, all of this right here is the code that's going to allow you to do that automatically. Although Excel has a lot of these sample tasks, they're not really going to cover all of the scenarios you would want them for. Now let me show you how you can create your own task completely from scratch without needing to write or understand any code. So here we are back in Excel with the Automate feature, and suppose that every month we get given some data on the country sales. And this time it's January, but it's also February, March, etc. So for all of these, we want to format the table a bit better and add a visual on the side. What you want to do is click on Recorded Actions here on the left. Once you do that, you'll see there's a few instructions here, and all it's really saying is that you need to start doing the actions for it to start recording. So the first thing we'll do is select the country and the January here. And we'll change the fill color to, let's say, a dark blue and a white font as well. Press Ctrl B there to pull them through. As we do all these steps, you'll see on the right it's keeping track of everything we're doing, and we can even remove it by pressing the X if we want to. For the numbers here, let's reformat them. So I'm just going to select this small area with the mouse. Press Ctrl 1 here. We want no decimal places, so we'll just select 0 and also want 1000 separator. Click on OK there. That's looking a lot cleaner, but it would be nice to filter it so the highest numbers are up top. We can do that by going to Sort and Filter and clicking on Filter. For this filter, let's say we go from largest to smallest like that. And finally, we can create some kind of visual, so I'm just going to press Ctrl plus A to select the whole area. Go on, Insert, and under Recommended Charts. Let's say we go for this first one. That looks good. We'll move it over to the side like so. Once we're finished with all these steps, we can just click on the stop button, and you see we have this thing called a script. Now we can rename it to something like format, hit enter, and if we scroll down, we can add a description for it if we want it, and we can choose who can run or edit this script as well. We'll go back here under New Scripts, and you'll notice we have it as a format now, so we can run it anytime. Let's suppose that the following month we get data for the month of February, and we want to run this. Now we can just press on this format button, give it a second, and you'll see how all the data is formatted nicely for us. At this point you might be thinking, well, this is quite similar to macros, so how is it any better? One of the key differences is that you're able to save it and use it in future workbooks because it's saved in OneDrive. So for example, I can press Ctrl-N to open up a new Excel file, and from here we can go to Automate again, and we can either find it inside of our Office scripts or we can go back to All Scripts, and you'll see we have the recent task we just created for formatting here available in any Excel file. You can also share Office scripts on the web with other users, which you can't easily do with macros, and even integrated with other platforms like Outlook or Teams, which I'll show you. So far, even though we've recorded a few tasks, we haven't actually taken a look at the code that is generated. So for this task we just made earlier, we can go to All Scripts, and under Format in this drop-down we can go to Advanced Edit. Within that, we'll be able to see all of the code with the descriptions of what it's doing in green for each. So we have the description first, followed by the actual code, and then descriptions again. You can see that with these two backward dashes as well. If we scroll all the way to the very bottom, you'll see here that it's creating a chart, but that chart range is from D2 to E20. What if we decide to put it all the way to E21? Well, then we'll be able to account for an extra country row if we wanted to. So even though it looks quite daunting, in reality it's not that difficult to understand all of this code, as there's nice descriptions for each row. Taking things up another level, let's suppose we want to automate a task that's not that easy to record the action like we did before. For example, here for each of these customers, we want to create an invoice for them. So a separate worksheet with their details. So Bill here should have all of these details over here, then we should have Josh and so forth. And for each of them, we also want a sale price accounted for of 20%. Luckily, we don't have to code this manually, and instead we can rely on an AI tool like ChatGPT. All we need here is to copy the whole table so we can feed it inside of ChatGPT. Here we are, and then I'm just going to fast forward how I type out the script. So here down below I've added the instructions, and up above I've added the table for some context. Now we can hit enter and see what it gives us. Once the code is fully generated, we can click on Copy Code, and instead of going to Record Actions, we want to click on New Script. Within it, we're going to be able to delete all of this area that we have automatically generated and instead paste our code that ChatGPT created and click on Run. It's giving us a small error, which is actually quite common, so all we need to do is copy that error and paste it in ChatGPT for an updated answer. So here's the updated answer that we can just copy and paste it inside of Excel and just run that. As soon as we do, you'll notice we generate all of these different sheets on the bottom where we have the data for Bill, we have it for Josh, for Anna, etc. with all of the details we need. The other super powerful feature with Office Scripts is that you can integrate it with other platforms like I mentioned, Outlook or Teams for instance. And for this, we just want to go over to Power Automate here on the web, and we can create our own automations. Like for example, you can create a scheduled update of sorts, like update the Excel file every month. We've just learned how to automate tasks using Office scripts. So, if you liked the video, hit the like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.